All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Tonight, it's all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy. I'm Brandon Gaudin. To my left is my good friend Charles Davis, and what a thrill to be here for the biggest one of them all, the Super Bowl. And it seems to get bigger every year. The lights get brighter. The cameras more numerous. I don't know. There's just so much that goes into this game. It's an honor to be here, isn't it?
It is an honor, and I can't wait to share this game with you. This is going to be a whole lot of fun. You're my partner, my best friend. I can't imagine being anywhere else but right here And just think about it this way. You mentioned the magnitude. This is no longer just a game for America or even North America. This is worldwide. People watching from just about every country in the world. This is impressive.
The biggest stage, the biggest game, and just about ready to roll. On 1st and 10, Smith steps away to his left. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now the first carry for Giovanni Bernard. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. That one good for 33 and a first.
I know that play went to the left side, and that's what it was designed to do, an outside handoff there. But how about the whole offensive line being involved? Seal the left side where the play was going, what they call play side. But how about on the back side? Just taking care of business to make sure no one can get there and disrupt it.
Is the biggest key the left tackle?
Without a doubt. Control that edge. Get out there. You want that left tackle. If you bring your tight end over there, either way, control the edge of the line of scrimmage, you got a chance to rumble.
And a nice gain of 21 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Flush to his right. Almost able to intercept it. That's one he would have liked to have held on to on this first drive. Instead, 2nd down.
Not only did they drop what looked like an interception in the end zone, they blew a golden opportunity to shift the momentum.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time, and now it's 3rd and goal.
And they've stopped them on the first 2 downs. Obviously, this is an important play coming up here. I think it's more so for the guys on defense because if they stop them here, I think they've set the tone for the entire game, how difficult it's going to be to score on them.
Now Smith on 3rd and goal. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him. So I think he's got to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
A good drive gets him inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. A first carry for the Clemson man, Wayne Gallman. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Gallman will run it. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Down! Back 22! Back 22!
They'll run it here. This is Mark Walton. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Now Gallman. He'll be stopped shy of the 45 despite a great move. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. They'll run with Walton, and he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Good luck trying to get your running game going against Ndamukong Suh. I mean, he is so strong. Just trying to move him, take one guy, 2 guys, whatever. I wish you a whole lot of luck. He usually converts an offensive running game into rubble.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. So now here are the Rams as their offense comes back out. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
They were looking for a little spark and some breathing room. They got it right there, a gain of 14 and a 1st down. So the previous play, a big help, as now they'll have it 1st and 10 up at the 20. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Here's Smith now on 2nd down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Wait a second. They did not accept that after the incompletion. Your look is just as puzzled as mine.
I got nothing for you here. You have to take that penalty, don't you?
It's free yards.
Reset. Hey.
Here's Walton. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. Now it looks like we've got a Bronco that's banged up on the play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Broncos with their first trip to the red zone thus far. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Here's Gallman. This carry with the extra effort is going to get him stopped up just shy of the 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And his throw is incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. from the gun. Here's Watson. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a 1st down, and inside the 5-yard line.
Richmond.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. With the first touchdown of Super Bowl 53. And the Broncos have taken in the early lead. Now Matt Prater for the point after. Prater for the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
Well, we saw them there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. 15.
Here's Bernard. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Back live now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They've got a 2nd and 9 to start things out. Now it's Smith. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off right around the 43. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Watson. They'll roll him out right. He completes it to Julio Jones. And great yardage here all the way deep into Los Angeles territory. A huge play there for Denver. 43 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. On the toss, there goes Coleman. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here's Watson now on second down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. They'll wind up getting 10 back there as it'll leave them with a 3rd and 5.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense.
Richmond.
Out of the gun, Watson. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. George Kittle, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And the Rams now coming out on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Drops it to Blue, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. It'll be a gain of 6, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Smith. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He was looking for Gronk that time.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Scarborough on the toss. Oh, he's got some breathing room. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So retract the yardage and retract the touchdown.
And retract the chunk play. Big strike there to get the touchdown. Now they've got to take it back and see if they've got another one still in their arsenal.
A shotgun snap for Watson. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On 1st and 10, Watson dancing to his left. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. They're going for a receiver there. Already has one touchdown in this first half. A second one not to be.
I like where their headspace is, though. I mean, I really like the thought process, right? You got a guy who's already scored one, right? You want to go back to him, continue the hot hand, and make them adjust to you defensively. I like what they were trying to get done, even though they weren't successful.
Throwing again is Watson. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. His second catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. To the air yet again, Watson. That's caught by Woods for a Denver touchdown. Robert Woods from 3 yards out, and the Broncos will extend their lead. A diving catch for the score. He laid out. That was special.
And you know the first thing they're going to check, right? Did he complete the process of the catch? All the way through, all the way to the ground. Ball doesn't hit the ground without control in his hands. All of that, yes. Check the box, touchdown.
Extra point good by Prater. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. On second down, here's Smith. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a 4th pick. And it's 3rd down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Smith now to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Even after more than a decade in the league, Smith still one to account for with his legs as he picks up a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st down, Smith. And a first hookup with his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Smith. Going up top. He rifles one that's intercepted. Then it's Clinton Dix with a pick. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back on Super Bowl Sunday after this. Watson on first down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. To throw again. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Woods. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one goes for 24 yards.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Watson now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. This is Gallman. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Watson now to throw. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Ndamukong Suh busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile.
Richmond.
From the gun, Watson. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Yeah, man, it's caught inside the 10. A big play there just before halftime. And even 40 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown. Bo Scarborough, his 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos will add on to their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get this just up past the 20, but a marker is down. Let's get the call. Yeah, this is going to put them back with not great field position.
So they really got zero benefit at all, right? Sometimes you can absorb a penalty when you get a big return. Then the penalty brings it back, but you still have great field position. As you pointed out, not in this case.
Smith on 1st down. And he's going to be hit and driven into the turf.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. And they can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Now Bernard. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. He's able to get 4 back on the run, but now they'll have to find something here on 3rd and about 14.
That's it, baby.
So we've come upon halftime here. So the halftime show of the Super Bowl abbreviated, ready to go for the second half. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Here comes the Broncos offensive unit here as they'll have it first to begin this 3rd quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. They'll start things on first down with Bo Scarborough. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
3 down. Set. Green, the line.
And they'll go ground game here with the tailback. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
3rd quarter, and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Reset. 4 down.
49, check 49, check 49.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike.
They'll run again here with Gallman. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5.
Hey, who 80? Who 80? Tiger.
Now Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. Right side complete. That's Woods. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks.
Tiger. Down. Who 80?
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Tiger.
Now they'll run it with Scarborough. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle, and that's going to tack on 15 more. Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
We got three, fellas. Down. Who 80?
They run. The This is Scarborough, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. Now it's Watson. The left side completion to Jones. And down inside the 15 he goes. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the ground, it's Gallman again. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. There they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Here's Watson operating from the gun. That is caught at the 7-yard line. His 2nd catch of the Super Bowl, and it's good enough for a first down. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
They come out here in the eye. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Denver. Bo Scarborough with his 3rd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. Prater for the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
How about that, partner? His 2nd sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Clinton Dix there for the stop. And he had a great read there from his free safety position. And, Charles, you know with those guys, it's all about their eyes. They have to be laser-focused.
Yeah, I had to fake my way through it when I was playing, but now I can see exactly what they're doing. And on that play,
the Rams on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Smith. And they almost had another one. They are all over the football in this game. Nearly another pick. Now 4th down.
trying to decipher what's going on out there because I don't know if he's just getting bad reads. I don't know if the defense is confusing him. I don't know if he just has, bad info and intel before he snaps the ball. But he's made some pretty bad decisions with the football lately.
Yeah, several bad decisions on the interceptions he's thrown, and frankly, that should have been another pick right there. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
Only a yard on the pickup, and now they've got a 3rd down and 8. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
They got a man over the middle. It's Woods. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Down! Black 22!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
When a coaching staff sees their team run the ball this successfully in the 4th quarter, they're really excited because you can plan for a running game all you want and want to press that advantage when you get it. But for the most part, it's a little bit of a surprise. And right now, they've got to keep that going, want to continue to grind out the clock because it's definitely in their favor at this stage of the game. Can they close the game out and continue to do exactly what we just saw there, and that's run the football?
The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Mike's 50, Mike's 50.
Now Scarborough. And now running right through it. They get 9 yards back on the run there, and they're left with a much more makeable 3rd and 2.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
It's Scarborough again. But he's got the 1st down as he gets it to the 8. And they got 3 yards. That's enough. A conversion, and now it's 1st and goal.
Brandon, when a defense just simply can't get off the field on 3rd down, and we all know how important that down is for both sides of the ball, you often feel like you're just a step behind whatever they're doing offensively.
And one of the differences in this game, no doubt, 3rd down conversion, and that is going to be a story they'll talk about after this one. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
Black 22! Black 22!
He'll get it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense, they worked their way back on the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. And throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Smith. He's going to wind up and air it out. And my goodness, another interception. William Jackson with a pick. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. Good starting position for the Broncos here as they come up 1st and 10.
Down. Black 22. Black 22.
They'll begin with a run by Gallman. And some room to work. And he's going to take this one down inside the 45. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
Tiger, tiger, tiger.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
3 down, 3 down.
Ten. Black 20.
Defense still with 3 timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them here as the kneel down comes.
Tight, double tight. 4 down. Check, check.
And they will take a knee here. And with a 3rd and 13 here, the defense in a dime look. And the Lombardi Trophy goes west, and it goes to the Denver Broncos, your Super Bowl champs. For the victors, getting to hoist that Lombardi Trophy, you know, we've talked to guys that have done it, and they say there's no better feeling in sports.
I don't know how there can be. The journey to get to this game is incredible. And then to finally break through and win it when all eyes are on this game alone because there's nothing else going on, that's just got to be absolutely amazing. The task, incredible. But the accomplishment, forever.
And they are the Super Bowl champs. The Lombardi Trophy is theirs, and so are bragging rights for an entire season. What a season it has been. Feels like we have been there every step of the way. Our entire crew doing a wonderful job. Thanks to my broadcast partner, Charles Davis. For all those guys, I'm Brandon Gaudin signing off. We'll talk to you next season right here on EA Sports.